Referee said a couple days ago that your growth has been exponential this spring. What would you make of what the past few weeks have been like for you?
The past few weeks have been great for real. Just doing everything right off the field. A lot of that translate to like on the field things. So I feel like last year, my freshman year, I wasn't doing right off the field like I was supposed to, and it translated, and I didn't perform how I wanted to. But this year, I feel like I'm doing everything right, keeping on track, staying on track, doing what I'm supposed to do. And then springtime, I've been balling ever since spring started. I feel like this year I'm gonna be a big priority for the team. Even though I need my brothers always, but like, you feel me? I wanna make plays this season, make a big impact on the team. Just being a leader, also being one of the best players. So that's really cool.
How much has Kelder kind of helped you along here in the spring? A guy who wasn't able to go through spring, but obviously plays the same position, kind of an older guy. How's he helped you?
Yeah, Kel, he actually been a lot of help. Ever since I came in, he always been on me like a little brother. Even though we're not blood or nothing like that. He experienced and learned the game a lot quicker than I did. Since he been here. He just been helping me learn. To see stuff before I actually come, certain plays, formation, stuff like that, just learning the game more. Because coming out of high school, you don't really know the game for real. In high school, you just run up the field, just run and tackling. When in college, it's like way more levels to it. So like, it's a lot of stuff you got to know. So like, he been teaching me that, and I've been learning, different things. So I feel like that's helped my game a lot better than what it was last season. So like, this coming up season, I'm gonna be able to, penetrate certain plays that a lot of people, wouldn't expect.
Would you say that's the biggest adjustment you've kind of had to make from high school to college, kind of the mental side?
Yeah, the mental side, just learning football for real. Because in high school, I was just like, the best, like the athlete, the best athlete, the biggest athlete. So I was just tackling everybody. But like, everybody in this level, everybody as good as you or, so.
A lot of freshman signees on that defensive line. Just how have you seen them kind of acclimate and come into form during the spring?
They've been, forming good. Like Jared, he's been learning. Jared Smith, freshman, he been learning. Me and Keldrick been teaching him, different things, right from wrong. When it comes to his technique and his game and stuff like that. Then we got like we got transfers in. CK, he came from Sam Houston. We teach him some stuff about like how we run our defense here. Like formation and stuff like that. Antonio Coleman, he a freshman too. He getting better. He just learning the game. Jordan Crawford, Malik Autry, them boys. They learning the game more. So like they can go out in the field and just play free and not have to worry about like messing up and mistakes and all that stuff.
Got the next question. What do you feel like your biggest improvement is from your freshman year to your sophomore year?
My biggest improvement, I'd probably say my attitude. I ain't gonna lie, I had a bad attitude my freshman year. I ain't like to listen, but you gotta listen. Like it come with it. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
Going on the learning part of things, is that just more film? Is that just learning from the guys and sitting down with them and just listening to them, or is it just a lot of film and getting out there and kind of recreating?
Yeah, it's really like the extra film and the extra work time. Like coming in after like practice and meetings and stuff, getting extra film in, or like going outside to the sled, getting extra work in, getting your steps in, whatever. You just extra work always gonna translate and make something good out of it for us. So like if you get extra film in, you'll know a lot of things before a lot of other people do. You feel me? Get ahead of the game for real. So like that extra film and extra work, everything just correlates. And it's just like a good thing, a good mindset to have.
You mentioned the attitude and the development. I mean, who would you say has kind of helped you the most, in those departments, kind of get improvement there?
What you mean?
Like, you talked about, Kelder a little bit. Has there been any, teammates, coaches who have kind of, helped you the most in your development?
I would say for like Coach Bontrell, Bontrell, since I've been here, he always been on me, been on my back. Even though I won't do it right, like when I wanted to, he was always there, coaching me, telling me right from wrong and just stuff like that, and like if you just listen, like a lot of people don't understand and realize, like if you just listen a lot of times, because a lot of people before you, they know like right from wrong because they done been through certain situations. Like if you really just sit down and listen to him, like off the field and on the field, he's there for both. He's been teaching me, different things like that help me, when I'm at home or, just stuff that'll help me better myself as a person, like in any like situation.
Would you say a lot of it was just kind of adjusting to being in college?
Yeah, fact. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it's different. Like it's
Yeah.
different. It's different when you get to college. Like it's real. You gotta adjust to a lot of different things. Like waking up 5 a.m. every morning. Like it's tiring. Like a lot of people don't understand the back, like the behind the scenes. Like what we be doing. Like you feel me? They just see like the good part, but like the behind the scenes really be crazy. Like you gotta adjust to getting up early every morning. You gotta be on time to everything. If you miss anything, you know that's punishment. That's you in trouble. If you gotta it's just a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Last question.
Medical Properties Trust, at the very heart of healthcare.